So hello guys, this is Harsha and I'm back with my Lodem Day 33 event live stream. And previously, that is yesterday night, I have almost got this to render the render the a monster on the screen. And now I have made some more assets. This is the dirt, that is the flow asset, and these are the thorns assets. So my game is going to be similar to the penguin run. So I have changed to add a floor spawn timer and spawn from a starting exposition, and this should be 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds the flow will be spawned, and if this flow entities go back. So right now it looks like this, and so this is this, and so like this the platforms appear here and there, and if you fall in between the platforms the game is no over. I have also added a parallax background, scrolling background. Right now there is no collision detection, so my first thing is to implement collision detection, implement the cons in torn entities here. That should be the obstacles. And instead of flying, I want to make it more on land on platforms and jump. But still I want to keep the flying effect. So it will be like this, and if jump, it go up and lands here and like this. So again jump like this. Okay. So first I will be more adding jump to the monster. So I'm here in the monster class, and I will add another boolean, private boolean is falling equal to true, we're falling, and private boolean is on ground, that is equal to false. By default we are not on ground. So if not ground and not falling, it should return. So here I will create a new timer called jump timer, jump timer, and here in the constructor I'll create the jump timer. So first let me, jump timer is equal to new game timer, and the jump takes place for 3 seconds, the same as previous. uh, okay, and I'll set the callback, jump timer dot set callback. Okay, and don't execute if destroyed, return this, and or otherwise set is falling is equal to true, and this the total jump should be 3 seconds. So the moving up, and this timer executes when moving down, when falling. So it just initiates the fall of the jump. So I'll take this 1.5, so 1.5 seconds, so that is a half of 3, and destroy it. Okay, this is the jump timer, and there is falling and is on ground. So I will override the collision method here, override public void collision, and this takes another entity to the called other. Right now, the other entity is only the flow, but in future I also want to add the thorns entities. So if other instance of flow, so flow is the other entity that we have collided, the monster collided with, and then is on ground equal to true. Okay, so basically, okay, first let us simply take this off, and first I want to go to play state. I'll do that for ladder, and this should be if the height is something before that. I don't want to leave the extra white space, so I want to do this for every height. So for int j is equal to height, started height, j less than, okay, height should be an, so this is the random range, so get integer and get integer as well. So j get the less than height, and j less than the window width 600, 800 by 600 is the window width, and then if that is true, we add j plus equal to, and by the height of the texture, flow texture, so resources the textures dot flow dot get height, and for each this add with I at j. So this will add a series of entities. So if I run this should be absolutely the same as before. So let's check. Okay, so here it block here, and again it's repeating. So yeah, the platforms are good. Okay, so yeah, this is repeating perfectly. And I want a grass over that. So let us polish first on the, so I'll open Inkscape and open my source. I will copy this here and add grass all over this. So grass is simply, okay. So these all will be the glass, and that lays on top of that. So I'll group this and change color to a green color. This, yeah, I'll go here and change the, this is the green, suits good, and dark green is stroke. Oh wait, a more dark green is the same, and then I'll use calligraphy again with okay, a more darker, and now over the calligraphic tool again I'll draw with small. Okay, multiple colors. So group these all with it. The width is here 136.879. So I'll change this 136.879. So it resizes. So I select both, go back and align, so to the edge. No, this one. Yeah, aligns perfectly well and align vertically well. So now this should be exported as what, grass layer, export, and save this. So now here I'll go to my IDE, add it to the GitHub, and go resources. Here I'll add public static texture. What is this, grass layer, grass, and a grass. Public static sprite grass. It's the grass on the floor. And so here I don't think there's no need of grass. Yeah, there is no need of the grass here. Sprite textures dot, wait, we need a sprite here too. Public static sprite grass, and here we'll do, here we'll check flow text int grass text id is equal to loader dot load resource texture dot class and resources slash grass layer dot png. And once it is done, get it, textures dot grass is equal to loader dot get resource grass texture id and create the sprite as well. Sprites dot grass is equal to new sprite textures dot flow, sorry, textures dot grass. This is the sprites grass spotlight. And now I'm going to floor class, and this takes a parameter called boolean. True is top. So if it is in the top layer, I'll be rendering the grass along with it. Public void render float delta and sprite batch call batch, and always render the current thing. Super dot render delta comma batch, and I have to simply batch dot add sprite. So the sprite is resources dot sprites dot grass and at our position, simply at the given position. So, and now the play state will get broken. Okay, and the top is j equal to height. If j is equal to height, then it is the top layer, otherwise it's not. So if I just run it, I would see, okay, something happened. Okay, it's not getting render. So go to flow and do this. If is top, do and this is the private boolean here. Private boolean is stop. This dot is top equal to is stop. So now it should work, but now it's not working. So add the grass sprite to the position, and it's both the same. Okay, let me reorder this. Order might be three. Mm, okay, what's happening here? Stop, everything is fine. Wait, I'll check this. Price dot grass dot update. Okay, in the floor update, there is no need to update the grass texture. So okay, let me tell it to render at 0 vector 2.0. So C bit box. So it should draw at 0 comma 0. So this is working, but yeah, it's working at 0 comma 0, but not at the current position. So hmm, okay, that position should work, I think. So what might be the reason? Let me debug this. Not in the starting, but after a floor accuracy. Okay, this is working in debug mode. So in run mode, no, I'll rebuild it and then run. What is happening? Build rebuild project. You know if I debug? What? There's seriously something wrong here. Okay, let me subtract the position here. So get a temp variable. So if we stop vector 2 temp is equal to vector 2 dot reusable stack dot pop and push it again. Vector 2 dot reusable dash push temp value. So here temp dot set to get position. Okay, first we need to scale by delta. So get velocity dot normalize self dot scale self by the delta and add self uh, get position dot subtract self on x0 on y4. So now it should work, I think. Okay. Okay, the order of where it is rendering is different. It is not sorting in a perfect particular order. Okay. So I think there is a depth for sprites. Sprites dot grass dot g. Okay, there is depth for entities but not sprites. Hmm. Okay, the thing is, the batcher is grouping all the floor entities first and then here. So I think you can just get it with resources dot textures dot grass dot height. So now it should render perfectly. Yes, it is. And there I want to move it a bit down. Height plus 5 pixels. Move a bit down 5 pixels. I don't want to see the empty. Okay, subtract -5. Okay, some more -8 pixels. So now it works perfectly and there is grass only on the top layer and not on the bottom layer. Okay, I want to make this short, so temp and temp will be set here just to reduce size. Also and position not subtract so. Okay, so yeah, this will now work over perfectly. Those things I don't want this also. So now in debug mode it should render even perfectly there too. So yes, it is just the order that the batcher is deciding to add things. Okay, I want to get more control here, so change it back to 3 seconds and here width I want to increase the minimum width to 400. Sorry, 350. Okay, so it works. And the maximum width. Okay, this is minimum width is 400, and the maximum width is not 800. It should be like 700, 100 less. So there will be enough space between the platforms for the monster to jump. So yes, okay, okay, I'll get it changed to 4. Okay, since this already the startex is a thing, so there should be no width here to 0. I think this suits perfectly. And now if something goes wrong, there will be a platform all the time. So no, so yes, it's no good. Okay, and the animation that we did will not be attack, but this will be in flying. That will be flying animation, and we'll be taking out all this movement. I'll be taking out all this, and if it is, I'll change this to is on ground, so we can check it. So is on ground is equal to false. By default, will not, and is falling true. So now there is no attack timer at all. And I'll simply change this and this as well. Okay, so and here we will start the jump timer. And here, if not can attack means if is not in attack mode. So if not is on ground, sorry, if we are is on ground, we have to be at 0 to 90. Otherwise, okay, if is on ground and other jump is start, is on ground should be true, and is falling should be false. So we are not falling, and we are also not on ground. So and now we want to check the gravity. So if not is falling, we are not falling, and then not is on ground. We are not on ground, and we are on also not falling. So we should be going up. So get velocity dot y minus is equal to the speed. I think it should be better for or else, okay, and if is falling and a not is on ground, we're not on ground but we are falling, so get velocity dot y plus equal to 4. So we go down, and once if we are on ground, the gravity doesn't act anymore. So here then ground is equal to true, and is falling is equal to false. We don't fall anymore. So let's try this now. Okay, okay, we fell down. So let's try this again. One more moment. Okay, we didn't fall back. Okay, so not on ground, rotate to 90 degrees. Otherwise, rotate to 0 degrees. So this condition should work, I think. We're not on ground, but we're here, and we're not. Okay, play state. I want to change this back to default values. I'll check that later. So why not keep it at an average of 3.5 seconds? So both will work. So now, and by default, okay, the gravity should be default. Acting by default, the gravity should be. And then we have to minus is equal to 8. So then the and here in case of collision we set our y, get position dot y is equal to other dot get position dot y, other position dot y, and you need to be upwards, so minus other dot get height, others height, and we need to be minus by some gap, so I set that to 20 pixels. So if we do this, we'll still be seeing the better thing. So here, okay, okay, it's jumping. Okay, we jump. Okay, okay, and then at every frame, R to is on ground will be false here. Is on ground will default be false and will only be detected when here. So now, and 20 pixels is very less, so I want to make it 50 pixels. So I'll see it bouncing effects. So yeah, why did it jump? Wait, what happened? Why? What happened? Okay, this should not be the case. The unknown is equal to false, and is falling equal to true. Okay. What the jump timer is doing is to take only 1 second jump. Okay, 1.5. No, don't do that. So is falling is true. So jump timer will do is falling is true. And on collision, I'll make is on ground true and is falling is equal to false. And this should not be, and it behaves previously. Gravity always works. And is on ground means, okay, the is on ground should be false by default. Is on ground is equal to false every loop, and one collision we declare this. And here the 50 is more, so I just set it to the height of the other, and now it works pretty good. But it should work pretty good. Okay, so I have to adjust the play state. Okay, so it works, and then I will be what to do. I have to manage it so that I'll simply leave out the y animation so that it looks correctly. So wait, y is equal to math of sine to variance. Remove that. Okay, it's destructing itself. Is ground is equal to false. If I uncomment this, okay, what happened? Okay, so I identify this position, the y 4802. Why went that high? Minus another height here. Okay, let me debug this from the start. Okay, I have to close this and start debugging it. Otherwise, the natives are locked up. Okay, so this position is xy and other position is this. So the position others this and this position is okay. So now if I do 409 and it is at here and others position is 504, that is y. So if I do again, this position is good and other position is 504 again. So if I do, this position is 97 504 Other position is this position, other position, this position, other position. What does this blue color mean? This position, delta. Ah, so what happened to the monster? There happened something. That's not, I think. So this is not the reason, and something else might be. So if I get this reverted, it works fine. That's the only change I did. Okay, just it's going up, 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 up. Okay, what I have to do is not is falling. If we are not falling, I'll just increase the gravity, decrease the gravity. So is falling is by default is falling is true, and okay, I'll just run this likeness now. So okay, the same behavior is repeating. So now I'll comment it. Float x is equal to float of max. Okay, I'll uncomment both of this. And okay, I got the reason. Okay, and this should be reset to 0. The velocity, otherwise the gravity is keeping on accumulating. So now if I run it should work exactly fine as before. Yes, the graph velocity has to be reset. Otherwise, the previous velocity is being there, and okay, it is the velocity or the gravity is being accumulated constantly. And since that is in collision, it is there. Otherwise, if not collision, the velocity acts up very much, and it's simply gets